Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. I'm Basan Kumar Sahu, and here is the podcast with Govin. If I tell about Govin, Govin is a very passionate, positive, and hardworking person. Like this is what I feel in this podcast, and I learned a lot of things from him during this discussion. We have discussed about Big Four culture and work-life balance, on whom should go to the Big Four, and what should be your expectation, and a lot other questions. And I think also like a lot of question left out, but if you have any question you can comment down or you can directly reach out to Govind. I'll list down his profile link in the description. Please watch whole podcast.
My voice is clear?
Yeah, your voice is clear, very clear.
Great.
Okay.
Great.
Hello, hi Govind. How's you?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm good, Govind. So first of all, thank you for joining this. So the I'll tell you like what will be the agenda for this, call I invited you. I just want to. There are so many young professional CMAs who are qualified, and also most important, there are some who are completed their inter, and they are looking for some opportunity. So I feel like you are the very right person to guide them or tell you or share your experience so that they can utilize those skills and they can do something better, like they can refer you. So why don't you
Definitely.
start with your introduction, like tell something about you and your profile, how your work experience, nothing, a brief introduction. Yeah.
So coming to the profile and the work experience, okay. I
No,
started
you
with my
you
career from
you can start with your like personal thing, like you when you completed your BCom and thing, that thing. Okay.
so basically I started with my career from Calcutta City Optional and from Kolkata.
Yeah.
And I did my graduation from Bhawanipur College, and after that I did pursue my master's from Calcutta University itself.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, in that I just started doing my CMA from Calcutta branch, Calcutta chapter. Post that, I started working with PwC India, again Kolkata. I was working for indirect taxes, and I was there for approx 8 to 9 months. Then I just shifted my career from PwC to Deloitte. So here I was serving Deloitte USI in audit and assurance, which is a part of USI domain. And again, in audit and assurance, I was serving Australia. Now I'm serving Canada currently. So this is quite introduction about my career. In spite of that, yeah, I love to do kind of research paper and policy in think tank. So yeah, I've been a part of it and quite have sent some budgetary recommendations to the finance ministry. I've received some letter of thanks as well from them.
Mm-hmm.
So taxes and audit and finance management is something like uh, you know, I feel it's my subject. I love to explore the opportunities in that, and whatever the best we can create out of it, whatever the best suggestion we can give back to our country. That's what I feel like as a professional, as an individual, and as an Indian, I can.
Yeah, like it was a like if I look into your career, it's been a very inspirational. Okay, like two big four and with like after completing your inter, you also have some experience in two big fours. Like for a finance profile CSM, it's a dream to get into big four. Okay, okay. Let's start like how you joined CMA, like when after become or like with BCom you started with your CMA or like how?
So I started my CMA journey with BCom itself,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a time I think 2015 when I enrolled myself in a CMA
Mm-hmm.
chapter, and it was I mean the institute chapter is in Hajra. I still remember those days of life where I mean, there used to be oral classes in the institute itself. And I think Calcutta was the
Yeah, oral
initial main
class. Yeah,
chapter.
yeah, and it's free of
Yeah,
cost. Best thing.
yeah, it's free of course again.
Yeah.
And Kolkata is the initial chapter, I mean, the head office of
Mm-hmm.
CM Institute previously.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a good chance to explore the, members and talk to them and faculties as well who are the qualified CMAs, including I used to visit the chapter often for the oral classes, which was again an exciting opportunity for me to interact with the fellow, I mean, the fraternity itself.
Yeah, yeah, correct.
So, yep. That was
So,
a good experience I've got. Yeah.
so I just have a, it's my personal question. Do in PwC it's your articleship or like, or no?
So basically, if you see the whole career, I mean, the whole process has been designed for the CMAs. When I was appearing for my finance, I cleared my group three only as
Mm,
of now. So to appear in group three or probably both of the groups for finance, you need a 6 months of articleship. So
correct,
I have
yeah.
already done a 6 month articleship from a cost accounting firm.
Okay,
So
okay.
after completing my I mean 6 months of articleship, I appeared for finance. Similarly,
Mhm.
I completed with my postgrad and applied for my job, a full-time experience job, and I switched
Okay,
to PwC after that. Yeah.
okay, okay. In your experience in PwC, do PwC entertain a CMA articleship? Like I know CA people are doing articleship, but is there opportunity for CMA also do articleship in PwC or like any big four? Is it possible?
So, so this is something a question which a lot of people comes up to me and say that
Hmm.
I don't know the exact answer because I haven't come across any articles working in a PwC. Although there is certain kind of factors which is designed by the institute to get in, I mean, to get an approved articleship.
Yeah,
So I
correct.
think,
Mm.
yeah. So there
Like
is a list.
industry
I was going through
experience,
the
you
list.
you can take exemption like anywhere you work. Correct, no?
No, I mean, I'm talking about the certain turnover experience, the turnover
Okay,
bracket
yeah,
set up by
correct.
the institute to
Hmm.
work for the LLP firms. So there is a difference bracket for the LLP firms. There is a difference bracket for the MNCs, which are under private limited domain.
Okay.
So if I talk about the LLP, for sure,
Yeah, I
Big Four
think it
gonna
will be.
bracket that out. Yeah,
Okay.
Big Four gonna beat that out for sure. But
Mm.
as per my understanding, when I was into PwC, or I remember none CMA trainees were not there. Right now, I
Mm.
don't know. But the
Okay.
best what I have started, understanding and I started doing as well, letting it to the management to
Hmm.
accept trainings. So,
Okay.
and the best thing I can tell you, the institute has come from 6 month, 15 month of bracket for the trainees
Mm.
just for this, so that the good, LLPs, probably a big four or a good MNCs accept them as a trainee because 6 months is too short
Yeah,
a
very.
period for
Yeah,
a trainee to
correct.
learn.
Yeah, yeah. That's a good point. Okay. So, so you started PwC after your inter qualified or like before inter only you started?
Both groups qualified
No, no, after you qualified your inter, then you joined
after
PwC.
qualifying.
After qualified your
No,
inter.
no, after qualifying inter, and after that, I completed my articleship, and after that, I completed my master's,
Okay.
probably in a span of 3 months, and after.
Okay. So here is the question from not from my side. There are a lot of my friends or like people who are just
Mm,
interqualified. For
mm,
some due reason, there are some challenges. They were not able to clear, that
mm,
final clear. So it is a
mm,
very
mm.
feel like a dead end. And they actually it's not actually dead end, but they feel like it a dead end, and it is very demotivating for them. So what you want to like, if I'm your friend and I want to ask, like I'm stuck in this dead end, so because you have already done something good, so please tell something so that those people can be motivated and uh, will at least start their
So
career. Yeah.
I completely get that question. So basically, people are stuck in any of the stages and they're not able to complete it. I completely understand. While I was doing, I mean, it was a time of Corona, I remember. And probably I was doing, I was into article, and I met one of the, elder person, probably in mid 28 or 29, and he was married, and he told me he was pursuing CMA and he left just because of the
Mhm.
family responsibilities, and he was in Enter. So I asked him, Bhaiya, why don't you go ahead and try give the shot? He's like,
Mhm.
nah, that's not possible because family responsibilities and all. I understand everyone has a different kind of struggle they're going through. Someone's going to family responsibilities, someone has different kind of things on their shoulder. Just one thing, it get me connected throughout my journey. And still, I think one group is left for me, and still it will be connected due to some personal issues in my life, personal
Yeah,
emergency times. I was not able to, yeah, I was not able to appear the group four, and but I cleared my group three in 2020. So the thing I can tell you, which will make me connected with this profession, is the reason why I start. You might delay it, could be any reason. Could be any reason. I was scrolling a LinkedIn one day and I noted a guy who was appearing for CIPCC. He left after clearing. The reason behind it, his father passed away.
Okay.
So probably a few years back, I was in the same boat. I could understand the pain, the responsibility. One day, I mean, it gets upon you one day.
Hmm.
But the reason you need to understand, of course, you need your settled time. You need to understand how life works, how things work, how you gonna
Hmm.
put yourself in a comfortable position to start it again. You can't
Correct.
mess up everything and start. You need to settle down first. That's fine.
Hmm.
That's fine. We are not in a rat race. If you
Correct.
think
Yeah.
that we are in a rat, if you think we are in a rat race, one thing is misunderstood by the industry is the number of attempts. Trust
Hmm.
me, the person who has number of attempts is most experienced compared to the person who has less attempts. I'm
Correct.
sorry, I mean, you might deny with it,
Yeah,
but
that
I can
is,
tell you this.
yeah. So it also like, I know there are some company or like XYZ, they generally prefer fast attempt. That doesn't mean for multiple attempt people doesn't have any opportunity. You need to try, and we should respect also if that guy is getting at a fast attempt, he should be preferred. Like in if I
That's
yeah, if I talk
so
about my
basic.
PPOP, there is a person who is haven't completed his BCom. He got all India rank like in Chennai campus, so he deserved that. He worked hard. He deserved that preference. But is we have also
So
opportunity.
I come to this point. Of course, getting an All India rank is an advantage. It gives a tradition and it gives you that advantage to be ahead of the line. Of course, I agree with that. If you qualify in a first attempt, definitely it also gives you an advantage because there is a line set up by the industries that at 30 you can't be a fresher. I mean,
Correct.
that's what they feel like.
Mhm.
Right. So this is what I want to tell you that, but if this is a set of criteria set up by the industry, let me tell you this is only restricted to a country, an Asian country. If we go out of Asian countries mostly, if I say,
Mhm.
or probably out of India, in foreign people are completing their grads, they are going for
Mm.
a job. They're
Yeah.
taking a break. They're again doing a postgrad. They're again, and
Yeah.
after doing a postgrad, they're again getting a job. Right. So
Mm.
it should be life should be designed in this way. I mean, you can't estimate someone to be a manager at 30 in spite of
Mm.
every challenge because you're not starting from the same line. You
Correct.
might have different hustles. I have different hustles. So the best thing about CMA, I think that if someone qualifies at 30, 32, 35, still they will get the good set of opportunities in the market. And if
Mm.
someone is qualifying at 30 or 32 or 35, doesn't
Mhm.
mean that they have 6 months of articleship or 15 months of articleship. They might have done a 3, 4 years of
Yeah.
work X and have been in
Correct.
a great position,
Mm.
getting an accreditation as a CMA. Again, they can zoom their career out. I mean, so
Yeah.
probably this is what I feel like when you are qualifying at the age of 23 and qualifying at the age of 30. There are different advantages there.
Yeah. Correct. Would you suggest like people's like suppose uh, if someone has 26, okay, 26 he has like he completed his inter, he has done your articleship, then he cut off from the market, like he's not working somewhere, he's completely giving focused on the finance. But the point is due to some reasons he able to give the exam but not clear. But now he was not like confident that he was like, okay, next 6 months might I clear and get a good job. In loop, he's just in a loop like give attempt. But would you suggest at that time better to join some organization, because there is some also negative point, like if you join an organization you is not able to answer, I give your attempt. So he is in 50-50, like, okay, should I join now or should I defer for a one more attempt? So this one more attempt never
So,
finishes. So I
so this
always,
is
yeah.
so basically coming to this point. I mean, the India is a country which have got number of examples out of it. There is one thing we call government exams,
Mhm.
UPSC papers.
Correct.
I mean, there is age bracket which has been set by the board, and the reason behind it, this is the reason.
Mm-hmm.
People are absolutely dedicated
Correct.
to crack it,
Finish it.
and
Yeah.
no doubt they should be dedicated.
Yeah, they should be.
Of
Yeah.
course,
Mm.
one, I mean, passing in one paper, one exam gives you the dream what you want to, where you want to be. Definitely, you should be dedicated and passionate about it.
Correct.
But the main reason, I mean, in talks, while I was watching the podcast of few of the teachers who are teaching UPSC, the main thing of concern is about people who are getting aged but are not able to crack UPSC. Then what?
Mm-hmm.
The
Yeah,
industry won't take you as a fresher, and then you won't have
correct,
much opportunities left in the market. So
correct.
the best thing at this stage, I can suggest, not tell, I can suggest, go for a good experience. At least have a good experience in your bracket. Because
Mm,
I know someone who is a deputy manager with just a BCom degree
correct.
and masters. With just a BCom degree, later that person pursued master,
Mm-hmm.
no qualification, no professional qualification, but is a deputy manager in an industry of indirect taxes,
Correct.
right?
So
So
what's
basically, it
matter?
just
Yeah, what's matter
so
and
definitely, definitely,
yeah, you're selling something. Sorry.
yes, no, no, that's fine. So definitely, it matters. If you don't have much experience to showcase the age gap, probably, then how someone, I mean, suppose you pass at 28, suppose you pass at 28, but you are already being an AM, assistant manager at a certain company,
Mm-hmm.
XYZ, and now you have qualified CMA. So your
Mm,
next thing would be any company will take you as a manager.
correct. Yeah.
But for a fresher, it is not possible. You have to,
Mm,
I mean, they might put you ahead of the line, but directly you can't be a manager out of somewhere, right? You need that
yeah.
experience.
So here the next question only comes up how to manage. How to manage like you are in already in a big four. Probably are you planning for next exam? If you're planning, if you are in this stage, like you have planning, how you will plan your schedule, like your like work schedule, then how to continue your studies so that you can give a good attendance. So how they should take
So,
it as.
so basically, there is one thing I was going through one of another podcast and another session. This is from SDM, the person who cracked the BPSC exam. I think
Mm-hmm.
BPSC we have,
Mm-hmm.
and became a SDM from a clerk position.
Mm-hmm.
So the person's shared a good amount of knowledge and the aspiration. What the aspiration and the talk was, he cracked that exam, got into a clerk job. He was not able to get into SDM position though. Got married, had kids. Now certainly he thought of cracking again that SDM exam.
Mm-hmm.
Probably UPSC doesn't allow because they have a certain criteria. But
Mm,
BPSC allows because they have certain another additional age gap. So
okay.
that allowed him to sit for next 2 years. Now the thing is, he decided to give it a try. Society mocked at him. He told in that talk, society mocked at him that hey, being at 34 bracket, married, being a father, you
Mm-hmm.
already have a job. I mean, still you're trying for something government. Is
Mm-hmm.
that something? I mean, what you're up to? That's fine. People will be there. If you're doing something crazy, people will mock at you. Don't listen. I mean, just be what you want to do. Second thing, the management of the managing the studies with the work. You probably have a work of difference. It's all a difference. Some people
Mm-hmm.
work for 6 to 7 hours. I feel like I have a work approx 9 to 10 hours and approx. And when I'm a busy season, I'm working for 13 to 14 hours. It all
Mm-hmm.
depends upon a requirement, right?
Mm-hmm.
And upon a position, at what position you are.
Correct. Yeah.
So what I can suggest right now, Saturday, Sundays are the best time you can make a use of it. Second
Mm-hmm.
thing, if you have a priorities, note down your priorities. Don't jump for that. There's a next step. No, if you won't be able to make it, don't get.
Mm-hmm.
If suppose it's September, we are recording this, and December is the next exam. You won't be able. If you think that I won't be able to make to December due to I have certain priorities with my head, right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't make it. Attempt for June. Go for a smaller block of chunks,
Okay.
right? There is
Mm-hmm.
no right time. There is no right time unless you decide the right time.
Correct.
If you
Yeah.
go
Very.
for a December with
Mm-hmm.
less preparation or with no preparation and taking too much stress on yourself, you need to understand one thing. Mental stress shouldn't be harmful. If your mental stress is gone, if your confidence is gone, you're nowhere. Second thing, the physical health. It's
Mm-hmm.
everything because you need to earn money. You need to take care of things as well
Mm-hmm.
as you need to manage it. So definitely you have to consider every whole aspect out of it. Then you can target your end. Plan accordingly. That is one thing. If
Correct.
you're if you're failing to plan, then you're planning to fail. So plan. Don't take things
Yeah.
on your ego and just I mean, divide the whole syllabus into small block of chunks and try to achieve what you whenever you feel the deadline.
Like it will be their own comfort zone. Find your comfort and just do it. Like no one can tell like how to do it. You have to find your own way, I guess.
Exactly, exactly. And after qualifying, it is not that the roadmap is already set out. You have to
Mm,
decide your roadmap.
correct.
You might have seen people after qualifying are being confused. I mean, I get a lot of DSA comment like, just I'm just qualified with CMA, but I'm confused. Like, what next? What should I do? The real struggle starts after qualification. But the person
Mhm.
sitting at the age bracket
Correct.
of 25, 26 and working in an MNC, they knows how the real life is,
Yeah.
right? So now it's just a matter of accreditation, which is a qualification. For
Mm,
sure, right way, right process to learn, gonna make you ahead of.
great, great, great. Okay, so now let's jump into like something related to Big Four. So, if a young CMA aspirant, maybe inter-qualified or qualified, he's looking into go to Big Four. So, what are the qualities that Big Four look for in a like? Suppose I am good. So, what quality Big Four look for in a candidate?
So if I talk about the CMA qualified, because inter qualified, I don't think semi qualified CMA they are now taking. I'm not sure about it. They can take them as an articleship for trainees, but
Mhm,
for sure not as a job, not as a job. So for the qualified CMAs, I can tell you, for the qualified CMA, they just see the key factor within you. If they are setting an interview for 150 people, for sure 10 to 15 gonna make into the bracket, and not even
okay.
10 to 15 as well. So they're gonna check what you have learned in your articleship days. What is the best you can bring on the table? I can give you a best example. In my
Mhm.
articleship days, I'm not gonna name, but in my articleship
Mm,
days, I was able to audit one of the biggest scams in Eastern India. One of the
okay.
company who biggest scams of Eastern India. I was able to audit.
Mhm,
People knows that, and that was a great exposure for me. Trust
okay.
me. And so I can tell you that that exposure matters. That articleship matters. If you're thinking that without articleship you're gonna crack it, for sure. No. Sitting in front
Mm,
of a panelist, someone with a 20 years of experience, you can't do on it, right? You have to give him an answer.
mm,
So someone with a 20 years of X, you can if you show can showcase what you have presented on the table, what you have set up deadlines, and what are the things you have brought in your articleship base. Definitely gonna help you to crack it. And rank is good, but if you have a good experience and exposure without rank, that is
mm,
also an additional advantage to make up to
correct.
that stage.
And if let's talk about little bit about like pressure,
Hmm.
how management, how what is the growth inside when someone joins Big Four. Like I because I heard that it is better than industry standard. Like Big Four general has a better growth. Yeah. So can you little describe about this? Like.
For sure, industry standard. I mean, of course, Big Four has a good set of standards. I mean, they are doing a massive growth because if I tell you that compared to an industry, Big Four has a good set of appraisals, good set of bonuses. But another thing which comes to my head is work-life balance. So if
Mm,
you talk about the work-life balance, definitely you hear from many people that there's no good work-life balance. There is a look, you can't get everything at once.
correct. Yeah.
Right. So
Mm,
if you are, I mean, it is the best time I can say. Someone told me that going from 20 to 37 or 38 is the age you need to brush yourself up with the
mhm,
right set of skills, with the
mhm,
right set of knowledge, with the right set of attitude. At this stage, if you will search for a work-life balance, then trust me, you are at what you're doing. You need to understand because
yeah.
our
Correct.
parents have screwed that up with their in their initial phase of journey,
Correct. Correct.
and we have to set that up.
Mhm,
So, and in terms of management, I can tell you. So, there is a certain limit of I mean, there's certain expectations from the candidate, or could be an employee,
mhm,
and definitely if there's a requirement, you have to add hours, you have to work certain beyond the lines. You have to think beyond the lines again. It can't be something that SOP has been given to you, just looking at SOP and just thinking, okay, let's do this. It is not something a clerical job because you are a set of professionals.
yeah.
The
Correct.
professional judgment, the professional skepticism has to be a daily part of your life, right? So those kind of attitude, I mean, something out of the box they expect from.
Like
And slowly, gradually, you're
you know
yes,
that
yes.
the SOP is only 10%. Real learning will come after you do it. Correct.
SOP is just a set of standard on of past examples, but
Mm,
definitely with the development and the recent trends, when it goes ahead, new set of examples comes out, and the person like us, everyone watching this, sit on that table, create another example through which again an upcoming candidate go through it as a part of it.
great, great. So if I conclude this, like the person who is searching for work-life balance, they should not join prefer Big Four, correct? And who is more into like learning or something, they should prefer like growth, money. If you want, please ready. If you want something, you have to give something, correct? So it's a great thing you explain. And let's,
I want to add one thing.
yeah,
I want to add one
sure,
thing.
sure.
So it is not that people preferring work-life balance. Everyone is work-life balance. But what is work-life balance is? If in
Mhm.
the starting initial years, if you ain't gonna grind yourself, then
Mm,
how you gonna put yourself ahead in a competition after 10 years?
correct.
For sure, there is a competition in a market. You want to
Mhm.
be a VP at a certain position, you want to be a president at a certain position, you want to be a senior manager at a certain position, or you want to be an
Mhm.
independent director, which is a great bracket for a CMS. An
Mhm.
independent director has a great requirement and great massive skill set you need. Of
Mhm.
course, pay scale is also amazing, but another massive skill set you need to be an independent director.
Correct.
If you won't be able to have, if you are not able to grind right now, then how you gonna put yourself ahead in that position over there?
Mm,
So
very.
every time when you are on a chair, you need to take a lead. Be a lead,
Mhm.
take the responsibility, roll up your sleeves, get your hands dirty, get through.
Mm. So it's seems very positive. So from positivity, I just want to in a team. Okay, wherever you work, positivity is very important. Like if you manager give okay, do this. If you directly told no, it is not possible. Instead of that, you have to okay, let me try it. So this approach is, I think, very important in organization. So what your experience like? Should this approach should be continue, or you should be more straightforward, or like you have to be every time optimistic? Okay, we can do it.
So the most preferable challenges this a person faces in their life is when you have joined an organization, specifically from I say at the age of 24 to 32. The two things most is being challenged in a person's life is first thing, if you are not qualified, getting a qualification. Second, if you are qualified and you're about to get married, that is another set of challenges.
Mhm.
Because a new life will begin. It's a new milestone you're gonna achieve in the life, marriage. And after that, you have responsibilities, you have emotions, shared emotions. And definitely you want to give that time as well. And that is important too, because family is important. Again,
Mhm.
getting time with parents, because before qualification you might have skipped a lot of trips, a lot of planned things
Correct, correct,
just
yeah,
to just to do it right now for qualification. So there
correct.
is a whole lot of burden certainly comes onto your head once you are into the chain. So this is the time where you need to perfectly do a ABC analysis. What is the most important? Least important and can be
Mhm.
negligible. Things will revolve around. Do a ABC analysis for next 3 months.
Okay.
Definitely in a
Mhm.
corporate, every 12 months will not be 30 minutes. There will be
Mhm.
time for 6 hours, 5 hours, 7 hours for next 1 month, 2 months. That time off. Plan a trip. Go ahead.
Mhm.
We need to enjoy life as well. We
It's
are
important to
humans.
take a break.
Of course, it
Yeah.
is breaks
Mm.
increases your productivity.
Correct.
The thinking of management. Yeah.
Okay, there is also a very one more important, like mostly people take MBA people are very good in communication, but when you talk about these professionals like maybe CSM, they generally lack. It is a say like if people generally say this. So what your approach like? I feel like also like communication is very important, but the thing is that when a young CMA or like interqualified, his first language is not English, or generally people's like me coming from a Odisha where rarely use an English. So if
Hmm.
he's if he have never started like because when I joined Accenture, there is a requirement to talk in English. So it's like demands from me so that I have to work in. But a person who is not working, not like in a form, it is not required to communicate English. So how can he work in his communications?
So the set of things. What's your personal choice? You want to get teach by someone, or you want to decide your own track? I personally decided to get through my own track. There are certain good YouTube channels. You can go and
Mhm,
see, you can watch how to do an effective talking. There are good books you can read. Definitely, English is not our language. We have different set of first local languages.
mhm,
We none of us are expected to be fluent, and English is just a language, not a set of barriers of. I mean, it is not a set of barrier which most of people are setting it as a kind of standard, right?
mhm,
So knowing English, not knowing English, that's fine. But if you really don't want to learn English, that's a different. Someone wants to learn, there are good YouTube channels. Go through it. And if you talk
mhm,
about the NDS compared to the professionals in terms of communication, not only English, in terms of communication, I can tell you that definitely there is a curve. Someone is flying from US, someone from the eminent chair coming to your campus, delivering a speech over a certain topic, right? That exposure can't, I mean, it can't be defeated, right? If
mhm,
institute doing the same thing, and I think it has already been started with the conferences, definitely they're gonna beat that up. And I have seen there are a lot of MOUs signed between cost and management accountants of India and IIMs for
mhm.
certain
Correct.
courses and could be, yeah, that can help us to grow, via communication, via knowledge and learn the things.
Mm. Also, like one thing, it's not about like getting an interview. Like when you work in a team also, if you can't communicate the problem correctly, you know, what if you unable to understand your what is the issue with colleagues or your manager or like team leads, then it will be a huge challenge for you, no? So
So, so to answer this, I can give you one example. I come from Kolkata, but I'm in Hyderabad.
Mhm,
Hyderabad speaks Telugu. I am learning Telugu. I am not a regular speaker of Telugu, but I am learning.
mhm,
So when I'm learning Telugu, definitely in my team there are other people who are, I mean, their Telugu is their first language, but for me, I'm speaking Hindi or Marwari is my first language.
okay,
There is a difference. And
correct.
In Hyderabad, you will see most of the people doesn't know Hindi, right?
Correct, yeah,
And most of the people doesn't know English as well.
correct.
So of course, in office there will be people who will be doing
Mhm,
English. So the best thing I can do, I go with the team on lunch, sitting all together, deciding. I
mhm.
mean, make your work as a fun. If you
You
can
need to
make your
start.
work a
You
fun
need to
place,
start. Open your mouth. Speak.
I mean, there are things that's gonna people gonna share about their personal life, how the
Correct.
things are
Correct.
going on.
Mm,
Certainly, my few of colleagues, few of them are getting married this year. They are sharing their
mm,
experiences.
mm,
So, of course, once you start talking, once you understanding people's emotions, people's thoughts, there will be
mm.
things which you will be able to, there will be a bond, automatic bond between you all. The language
Correct.
won't be a barrier.
And I just want to like uh, if you want to grow in a industry like any big four or any MNC or like anywhere, so what will be the key things required, prerequisites, or like you can highlight your USP as which help you to grow in your team or like in organization faster than others. Like these are the things we need to put some extra effort. Like I want to know your USP mostly.
I can give you just one example of it, that
Mhm,
every industry, every organization, every business needs one thing:
mhm.
problem solving. If
Okay.
you're able to solve the problem, you're growing. If you're able to the things or tackle the things, probably someone is not, you're growing. And the best thing I can tell you, I remember only just stick to one qualification. Suppose you have become a CMA and you think that, okay, it's fine to be a CMA, you can grow. That is no issues on that.
Mhm,
It's just that if you think being only CMA can help you to achieve many great, and you can unlock many good positions.
mhm.
It might be, it might not be. But taking additional certification for definitely, it might help you to get ahead. Suppose you
Oh.
want to get into a fintech.
Mhm,
You are a CMA, finance, we can sort it out. But about the tech part, right? So get into tech, you need to understand few coding things, few skill
mhm.
set relates to a tech. That's how you're gonna unlock a new chapter of life, new position, new office. That's how it starts.
So
So get as much as you can.
you have to be open for learning, I guess.
Absolutely. You have to be open for learning at the age of 70 even. I mean, if
Mm-hmm.
you're a practice, this is quite common.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone doesn't know everything. Unless and until a case comes up to you, there's a point, there should be an open minded to learn at the age of 70 even. There shouldn't be any, egoistic factor that doesn't allow you to learn. If you stop learning, definitely you could stop it.
Yeah, it's a
Doesn't
great
matter
thing,
if
I
you're
guess.
qualified or not. Yeah.
Hmm. So, like, you are just putting an example, like you're not learning something like coding or thing. So, generally, finance guy, they will do, okay, I don't know anything coding. If you don't have a learning approach, then you will tell that, oh, I can't do this. Then obviously the person next to you, he learn whatever the requisites for the work. Then obviously he will be, yeah, great example. So I just want to uh, uh, get into more detail into problem solving, like give you can you give some example like in your case so that they can implement in their case. Okay, what's your because
I have been
sorry,
a
why I'm asking,
raising them.
sometimes it's happen now when you every time, this is what I my personal belief, every time you want to kick into some problem and you pitch into things, then people take it sometime negative, like how, so what should your approach so that people don't take it negative, like you are very over smart, might be. So if you have some experience, then just so that it won't be in a wrong approach.
Okay, coming to your answer, if you remember currently, I have been in talks with a lot of big fintechs and startup founders, and due to my personal personal matters, and could be something of the social aspects.
Mm-hmm.
So the best thing I can tell you about this that now the fintech in Indian market is getting a lot of challenges
Mm-hmm.
directly from the government itself.
Correct.
And the best line quoted by Ashwin Grover, the hard mouth, we can say
Mm-hmm.
that he's saying that government wants to take selfies with the startup founders, fintech
Mm-hmm.
founders, but doesn't want to support them.
Correct.
So
Okay.
there, and one of the greatest example, another I can share that I don't want to name that person, but
Mm-hmm.
I was, and he's a founder of a great startup again, fintech, and sitting in your city only.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just having a talk with just normal like how the fintech and the barriers you noted and all. He just told me one thing: every minute or in a day, at least in a day or two, there will be one notification amendment due to which our legal
Mm-hmm.
team, our finance team, our tech team, everyone is struggling. There are,
Mm-hmm.
if there is a barrier in the change of process, they need to look through a new way of dealing the things, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there are a lot of challenges. So in
Correct.
a situation of lot of challenges, people expect someone to be a problem solver.
Mm-hmm.
If people sit with only with the attitude issues, there will be no business running in the market.
Mm-hmm.
The real business and the real world is all about problem solving. So
Mm-hmm.
if your managers, peers think about that you're being over smart or attitude issues, I mean, I will say that's the right attitude. You're taking challenges on yourself. You know that you might fail,
Mm-hmm.
right? Still, you're going ahead one step to solve that out,
Mm-hmm.
right? I mean, nobody can assure me that
Mm-hmm.
tomorrow this company will get at this strike price. I mean, the share of this company will get at this strike price. Nobody can assure me, right?
Correct. Correct.
So, but what about the traders? They take the risk. They put an analysis. They think
Mm-hmm.
about it. They take the risk and decide,
Mm-hmm.
okay, this can hit up to this, and the lower set it could be this, right?
Correct.
So it is just a professional judgment which helps you to decide on the experience. So the right attitude is you're being on the trade,
Mm-hmm.
getting ahead, taking the risk. You might fail, you might succeed. And life is all about
Mm-hmm.
that. Life is all about that gambling. We give the exam, we might
Correct.
fail,
Yeah.
we might pass.
Actually, this answer will help me a lot because this is my personal question. Because sometime when I try to, put my extra effort, I feel like it is not taken a positive note from my, like previously I was thought like that. But you are like, I have to take risk. I cannot, if someone is taking something, I cannot stop myself. I have to, if I'm it's a good thing you told. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so
No worries.
yeah, a lot of things we have discussed. Like if I summarize, like how your journey and what are the we detail we discuss, like what are the big fours or like how people should get and the USP learning opportunity, how to grow. So I think all these things will definitely help a young CMA or like any person who want to grow in a career. Like for me also, like I just started my career after my qualification, so it will be a very helpful for me. So I think people will enjoy it, and all the information they will try to utilize their lifestyle or things, so that they can have some positive impact. And in the I want to conclude it, but I was really thankful for your time and showing this, accepting and coming here and share all your experience and very honest about all the things. So thank you, thanks a lot. You want to
I
say anything,
mean, yeah,
last message?
I just want to, I just want to give one last message. And first of all, thank you for all your kind words. It's just that what I've learned in my life, I just shared with all the, available. I just make it available for the public domain so that it can help to benefit people
Mhm,
to overcome certain challenges. And everyone, with every person, there is a learning, and I'm
mhm,
learning with most of them right now. One
mhm,
thing, a dialogue comes upon, I mean, comes up every time whenever I feel like there will be a time when you take the responsibilities on your shoulders, which is not in your bracket, just
mhm.
to, I mean, you might feel like, hey, why I'm taking this? I'm not being paid enough to take this.
Correct,
But
yeah.
to be on, to be honest, this is the question comes up to people's mind. But one answer from Rohit Shetty has inspired me to do things along. He told, अगर आपको 10 रुपए मिल रहे हैं ना, तो 100 रुपए का काम करते हैं.
Correct.
अगर आपको 100 रुपए मिल रहे हैं ना, आप 1000 रुपए का काम करते हैं. तो आप अगर फोकस करो कि मैं 100 रुपए का ही काम करूंगा, मुझे 100 रुपए ही मिल रहे हैं, तो आप उतना ही दूर में रह जाएंगे.
Correct.
लेकिन आपको 100 रुपए मिल रहे हैं, 1000 का काम करके दे रहे हो, आपको 1000 वाला बनोगे, आप आगे बढ़ोगे लाइफ. एंड
Mm,
अगर आप अपनी सीमा से बाहर आगे नहीं बढ़ोगे, इफ यू आर नॉट पुशिंग योर बाउंड्रीज एंड इफ यू आर नॉट गोइंग अहेड टू सॉल्व द थिंग्स, you won't be growing as a person, as a professional, as an individual. And the best thing in life, career is a great thing, degrees are amazing, but the most important thing in life, to grow as a person, as a human,
mm, correct.
because all things comes
Mm,
with you. What if
mm,
you are not there at a correct mind state, then and with a correct attitude, then what is the use of this qualification? It won't be a good use.
mm.
This is
Like
what the last message I wanted.
correct, correct. Very true. Thank you. Thank you for this. Then we can conclude this season, and
Sure.
that's all from us. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, bro.
See you again.
See you
Bye.
again. Yeah.